day 153 of the Daily Stoic. Always have a mental reverse clause. Quote, "No one can thwart the purposes of your mind, for they can't be touched by fire, steel, tyranny, slander, or anything." Marcus Aurelius, Meditations 8.41. Obstacles are a part of life. Things happen. Stuff gets in our way. Situations go awry. But nothing can stop the Stoic mind when it's operating properly, because in every course of action, it has retained a reverse clause. What's that? It's a backup option. If a friend betrays us, our reverse clause is to learn how this happened and how to forgive this person's mistake. If we're thrown in prison, a reverse clause is that we can refuse to be broken by this change of events and try to be of service to our fellow prisoners. When a technical glitch erases our work, our reverse clause is that we can start afresh and do it better this time. Our progress can be impeded or disrupted, but the mind can always be changed. It retains the power to redirect the path. Part of this is remembering the usual course of things. Murphy's Law states that if anything can go wrong, it will. So we keep this reverse clause handy because we know we're probably going to have to use it. No one can thwart that. Man, I appreciate this because this reminds us once again from the Stoics, specifically Marcus Aurelius, that we have the opportunity with every situation, good and bad, especially the bad, to control how we respond. You know, this reminds... Oh, man. I'm just going to be frank about this story because it's real. So I had a couple legal issues, and as an operator and investor and venture capitalist, you have legal issues. I'm talking to lawyers every week. Imagine that. But years ago, I had an issue with an investor, and long story short, we were going through preparation, litigation, and all this terrible stuff with lawyers, and we were going through the Slack channel, and we were going through what we discussed, and as we were going through all this transparency and and screenshots and what had happened and the conversations and the promises that were made and all this stuff, my lawyer Vanessa, she said to me, "Peter, you're just too nice of a guy. At no point did you do X," which was essentially like, "Hey bro, let's figure this thing out." And the reason is I'm an operator. I solve problems. And so even though there was this issue with the investor that continued to snowball and grow and grow and grow, and I kept giving him options. Here's how we can do it. Well, if that doesn't work, great, we can do this. If that doesn't work, great, we can do this. If that doesn't work, great, let me think about this. Right? And I kept giving him options. But at the same time, my lawyers are like, "You've been trolled. You've been spun a yarn. You've been taken for a ride. And now it's time to really solve the problem." That is, I believe, a Stoic option. That is a Stoic way of approaching issues. If you're arrested, if you're accosted, right? If you have a technical issue or glitch, or a friend betrays you, guess what? You can choose how you take that. Remember, suffering, most of it is all up here. We spin yarns. We tell ourselves stories. We get ourselves wound up and emotional to the point of throwing up or feeling dizzy or like we've done this. Having a reverse mental clause is actually the hardest thing to do because in the heat of the moment, you want to get emotional and you want to do what is natural and easy. You want to fight. You want to react. A Stoic responds appropriately and says, "Oh, I've been screwed. Let's take a pause. Take a deep breath. It's not worth getting my blood boiled about. Indeed, no one can thwart the purposes of your mind, for they can't be touched by fire, steel, tyranny, slander, or anything. At the end of the day, your mind is the only thing you truly can control. See you in Discord, MetaFam.